Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now and a hey now and a hey now. Welcome to a brand new edition of the line right here on Talk 99.5. That's right. Andrew McLean with you on this Thursday. It's Thursday already. Good Lord. How did it become Thursday? Oh my God. And then tomorrow, Friday, and then the weekend. I'm ready for the weekend. I don't know what it is. I don't even have plans. Um, I'm just like, I'm just ready for it. I'm ready for the weekend. Uh, I was supposed to do some bathroom remodeling today, but found out my kids got a concert performance that I got to go to, so I got to put that on hold. So maybe that's what I'm doing this weekend. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Couple things before I get started. One, posted a video last night of another Trish adventure, which this time it was TJ Maxx. And I don't want anybody to think that I've never been to TJ Maxx. I've never really paid attention to it. So when we went to TJ Maxx yesterday, I'm looking around and I'm like, what even is this store? Like what's its purpose? Because there's like there's clothes and there's candy and there's kitchenware and there's bedding and there's just random stuff. I mean, they'll have like shelves in the middle that's just got random stuff. And so, what is TJ Maxx? What is it? What kind of store? Because you gotta be a kind of store. Like you can't just be a Walmart. You know, like there's just like a Walmart or a Target. Like they're in their own league. TJ Maxx, what are you and why do you exist? I did a video hoping to find that answer. Maybe somebody would tell me in the comments, but I still don't know. So if you know, let me tell me on the text line or call me. What is a TJ Maxx? I did go get both oil changes yesterday in both vehicles. Using Richard the Cop's coupon, absolutely did work. Thank you, buddy. Still paid, we had to get those expensive oil changes, so it was still like $70 after a $26 coupon. But yeah, got that done. What else? Oh, went to Raising Canes for the first time. And I gotta say, for the people that just bombard new restaurants that show up in your town or your city or nearby, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, especially, and it doesn't even have to be like a new restaurant that's not normally in your area. It's like coming in for the first time. It can be like I've seen over in, let's take Moody, for example. All right. I'll never forget the time they put a Popeyes up just a few years ago, and the place was packed all day, every day. And I'm like, yo, it's a Popeyes. Like, there's Popeyes all over the place. Why? 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 Why are y'all acting this way? What's the big deal? I mean, you can't drive 10 minutes, 15 minutes away to go to a different Popeyes? Like, if you've never had Popeyes before. Now, if your argument is that certain restaurants are good when they first opened and they'd start to deteriorate after that, I get that part. Like, you want to get it while the getting's good, which is the case for a restaurant like Popeyes, I would say. Popeyes normally starts off really good when they first open, and then they just kind of nosedive. But the clamoring for new restaurants, I don't get it. And Raising Cane's, okay, not a restaurant that's around here, so it does have some kind of allure to it. And I was even excited to go check it out last night. So we go through the drive-through, I look at the menu, I'm like, what this is the menu. The options are chicken fingers or chicken sandwich with fries. That's the option. That's what everybody's clamoring about. The option between chicken fingers and a chicken sandwich. And by the way, the chicken sandwich is just chicken fingers on a bun. It wasn't bad. I mean, I liked it. It was okay. It wasn't like the best thing I've ever had, but I'm like, what? I saw pictures of this place opening with the lines wrapped around the building. I'm like, it's chicken fingers. Like, what do y'all? Am I missing something? Is there a secret menu that I don't know about? Y'all are losing your mind over chicken fingers? What are we, 12? What are we, 5? That's what you do when you're 5. You clamor over chicken fingers. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't get it. But y'all do what you do, man. I ain't mad at you. I mean, I get excited over wrestling and fish tank, so who am I to judge, right? Judge Jeanine Pirro in Washington right now, charging 2 leaders, $700 million from Southeast Asia, from a Southeast Asia scam compound. I'm not exactly sure what this is all about, but it's live. Let's go to this press conference live in Washington.
This particular issue. But first, I want to take you into the investigation. It is November of 2025. We deploy the FBI to Thailand following the takedown of the notorious Chinese-run scam center known as the Shunda Compound in Burma. Together with Thai authorities, reams of evidence were reviewed. More than 8,000 phones and 1,500 computers were seized, which established a hierarchical structure of these Chinese bosses running the compound that is targeting our American persons. That evidence, together with reports from victims here in the United States and information from individuals, led us to charging 2 Chinese defendants who are managers of the compound. It is a significant that when the Shunda Burma compound was taken down, several of the Chinese national organized crime leaders immediately fled to Cambodia in an attempt to set up a new compound in Cambodia, showing how intertwined Burma and Cambodia are in these illegal operations targeting us. Now, the 2 Chinese nationals over here who ran the slave labor scam factory in Burma, where they trafficked and tortured people if they didn't deliver on fake cryptocurrency investments to steal Americans' life savings, are Wang Xing Shan and Jiang Wenji. We look forward to prosecuting them in the United States. They are presently in Thailand on immigration charges, and yesterday I met with Thai officials to discuss our common efforts to fight this assault on American citizens. Now, compounds don't just target Americans. They also kidnap and torture people lured by Chinese criminals into fake jobs. They respond to ads thinking they're going to get a real job. And when they land in a country, they end up being trafficked to a scam center, some of them as large as cities. We have obtained a seizure warrant to shut down a Telegram channel that has 6,000 followers that was luring workers to Cambodia to work on scam jobs targeting Americans. We have served this warrant on Telegram, and we now call on Pavel Durov, arrested and indicted already in France for managing Telegram's platforms that enable drug trafficking, fraud, and child pornography. We're calling on him to close this down. Now, I want to take a moment to thank some special partners in America who care about this enormous problem enough to make it a part of their own agenda. Specifically, I want to recognize JP Morgan Chase and Microsoft for doing parallel investigations with us on the network that is running this Telegram channel and taking down the accounts that are targeting Americans. Now, the workers, though, who responded to these jobs, they end up posing as banks, as police officers, as prosecutors. They sound like Americans, directing Americans to fork over their money or be prosecuted. They have backgrounds and backdrops where they actually look like they are from an official agency. Folks, this isn't abstract. It is hitting your neighbors, your friends, and your parents' retirement accounts. Some of these victims are so distraught that they end up taking their own lives.
All right, so
This
let me
is economic.
hop in here real quick, just because I don't know if they're going to keep going with this press conference. I'm actually a little familiar with what she's talking about. This is a story we actually brought up on the show probably. I mean, Lord, it's probably been 2 to 3 months ago. And I don't even know that I realized that the DOJ was investigating it, because it just kind of faded out. And I'll see if I can try to find that original story that I had pulled that from. But essentially what you have is these scam centers. They're kind of like call centers. And they will, in order to get workers, people to work those call centers, they will post these fake job ads, and not for Americans, but for foreigners in Southeast Asia, or whatever general area. And it will target particularly young people, young men and women, and tell them, hey, we've got this job position. It pays really well. This is the benefits. It's this and that and the other. These young people then show up for these job interviews, and they basically get kidnapped. They get kidnapped and they get trafficked to these scam centers, and they are forced into labor. They are forced to then not only scam their friends and family back home, but scam people all over the world, including in America. In the meantime, if they don't do it, they are beaten and tortured. And in most cases, they're beaten and tortured anyway, in order just to keep them subservient to continue to do what it is that they're asking them, what they're telling them to do. It was very, very very bizarre to watch, because there were videos out there floating online of the horrors that these individuals were going through. And so again, we brought that up on the show months ago. And I'll see if I can find anything on that and kind of refresh us on that whole deal. All right, hey now, roll call. Let's go with it. I ain't forgot about you, buddy. Let's see, what do we got for our early birds? We've got Scott. We've got Hell Yeah Ricky. We've got Tina. We got Hippie with the J's. We got Gene and Sean and Kerry and Ron in New Mexico, and Jay and Jeff, which puts in the number one spot today. Craig, congratulations, buddy. You got the number one spot. So send me a song there, friend. Hey now. Leslie at number 2, Mike from Canada at number 3. Then you got Bubba, Rumble, Shane, Tommy, Heath, Maggie, Josh, Rob, James, Miss Officer, Cherry, AJ, Christy, Jimmy, Michael, Neil, Mark and Kim, Dexter. Hey now, everybody. Appreciate you. So Craig, send me a song, buddy. We'll get it going. Also, I will. I'll look into a little bit of that with the press conference with Judge Jeanine. By the way, as I'm watching her, I'm like, hey, Attorney General material. I think so. If we're gonna get rid of Todd Blanche, I think you just need to bump Judge Jeanine from, U.S. Attorney in D.C. to Attorney General. I would be completely fine with that. I say let's do it. Let's do it. 205-545-9950. Light of the line coming up after this. Tommy on the text line says this song is gay. I agree, but I also like it. I like gay songs sometimes. But y'all know that. That's no surprise. Let's say Tracy says TJ Maxx is a closeout store. I think. See, that's the key word. I think. She doesn't even know. Even the people that think they know what TJ Maxx is, they really don't. They're like, I think it's this, but I'm not sure. Odin says it's a small department store. Well, they ain't small. I'll tell you that. It ain't small. And I feel like department stores aren't a thing anymore. That's something from like the 1950s. Let's see. Keep going here. Cody says, he says, in Moody, it was funny because we have more Mexican than anything. The Popeyes deal was funny. Yeah, Moody's got a lot of Mexican restaurants. We're El Cazador people in my house. We don't really go anywhere else. I know there's a couple others around there that I haven't even tried, so it's kind of absurd for me to say that El Cazador is my favorite when I haven't even tried the other ones. But at the end of the day, I mean, El Cazador's never done us wrong, and they're always super nice. And plus, they like when I go in there and I pay with my Trump debit card, which is like a picture of Trump with the fight with the blood running down his face. They always seem to like that. Miss Officer says it's probably why it's called Raising Canes, because you're going to raise Cain about it after you bought it, which is exactly what you're doing right now. I'm always raising Cain, though. I just spend my time, like before I start the show, I think to myself, what can I raise Cain about? And then I go with it. It's just who I am. Robbie says, hey, Andrew, TJ Maxx is owned by the same company that owns Home Goods, so that's why they're always close together to each other, and it's basically just like a general mercantile store. I don't know what mercantile means. That word's too big for me. Dr. McReady, so I can watch a video of you at TJ Maxx. Where would I go to do that? Do you have like a YouTube channel or something? Dr. McReady, he said, I suggest you might do a podcast. Oh, he's being a smartass. I get it. With a way to super chat. I mean, with talent like JB on the show and Andrew, you could have a funny, engaging podcast. What should you call it? All right. I get it. I'm not even going to read the rest of these texts, because I see what y'all are doing here. I got to take a break anyway. 205-545-9950. So much to get to today, my friends. Thank y'all for being here. We'll kick it off right after this. Ah, here we come. So we ran into a famous YouTuber while we were at Walmart last night too. We were out on 280, and we laughed and we got in the car, and the lady getting into the car next to us was some chick that Trish watches all the time, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's Catherine Manning," and I'm like, I mean, I knew who she was because Trish watches her, and I've heard her name. Um, And I'm like, well, say something to her. And so she's like, nah, I'm not going to bother her. I'm like, no, do it. This chick's, by the way, she's got like 500,000 people on YouTube or something and a couple 100,000 on TikTok and all that. And I'm like, say something to her. Like, and so we're pulling around and she's getting ready to pull off. And I'm like, honk the horn, get her attention. And so she honks the horn against her will, 'cause she didn't want to be that person. But I was like, do it. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, man, if we can engage with her and then, her and Trish become friends and then she can like show me how to become famous on the internet. And we honked twice and then she just drove off and never acknowledged us, which Trish handled well, but I did not. And I don't even watch her. I don't even watch her videos, and I didn't handle it well. I was devastated. So anyway, if you watch Catherine Manning, you might see her on 280 at Walmart. Hell, if you know Catherine Manning, tell her next time that there's like a guy and a girl honking at her that is probably us, and to please talk to us. Surely somebody out there is related to her, right? Somebody out there knows her. All right. Oh, also, we're just going to put this out there, and I guess I need to check it real quick because I promised my kid I would do this. So when your kid's in band and all that, and you got to do fundraisers and everything else. I'm in one of those deals. It's only like a $500. And we've got it up to 360. So I need $140 for Peyton to hit his goal for his band thing. I posted that on my Facebook. So if y'all just got money burning a hole in your pocket and want to contribute to P. Diddy's band deal, throw it in there, Coles. It's on my Facebook. I don't normally do that. I don't like posting that stuff on Facebook, but because I promised my kid I would do it, I'm putting it out there. Nobody feel obligated to do it. If none of y'all do it, I'll probably actually feel better because I don't want to feel like I'm taking money from y'all. But if you feel the need to, go for it. Let's see. Back to the text line. Dixter says that he said, I did too, Andrew. Old Tater slipping out with the low and in with the fresh whipped topping. Judge G should have named the Chinks Orwell as bad as hell. Do you know what that means? I think I was following him at the beginning. I think he was trying to tell me he got his oil changed yesterday too, but I don't know what the rest of that means. But we love you, Dixter. Let's see. There's Clarissa and Kenny with a late hey now. Justin says you tried Popeye's ghost pepper wings. No, I have not. Do they have ghost pepper wings? I'm not big on buying wings from fast food restaurants. I'm just I'm not a fan. I'll tell you where I used to like I used to get wings from what was called Wings or Kings over in Irondale. It was like kind of what you call it? It's up right there on the other side of right there where you get on the interstate to get on God, what's the name of that exit? I can't even remember. It's off I-20. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And they changed it. It's like, I don't know, there's something wings hotspot or something. I think it's kind of the same thing. It's like a bunch of Middle Eastern people running it. and they surprisingly do good wings. Dave says Hardest in Fultondale has it right. Hardest in Fultondale. Maybe he means Hardee's. Hardee's in Fultondale. I could see that. I like Hardee's. I used to eat Hardee's breakfast all the time. I used to get what we called a Chiz Biz with Miz. That would be, we'd get a chicken biscuit. This is back when I worked in the industrial supply industry. We would get a chicken biscuit from Hardee's and put mayo on it every morning. And it was the bomb. Also, their monster biscuit, that was awesome. Of course, I weighed like 350 pounds at that point in my life. So, Odin says Walmart and Target are big box department stores. Craig says that is a lot of hype for 2 items. DJ says El Patron is the best. Oh, the restaurant El Patron. Is that in Moody? El Patron? I guess I could give it a try. Ron says also bigger and a real. Or he says if you ever get by is it Mayor? Meijer? Is that the name of that store? Mayor? He said 100% better than Walmart. Also bigger and a real meat department with a butcher. I like a good old-fashioned butcher. I like a good old-fashioned butcher. Let's see. Tom says El Kaz in Pell City. Yeah, it's the same people that run the one in Moody. So, Tim with the Where's JB today? JB is in North Crackalacky. And I'm assuming Tim's just joining us for the first time this week, but his dad passed away Sunday morning, and so he was here Monday and then left Tuesday morning to go to North Carolina to help plan a celebration of life with the family. They had the viewing last night, and I'm not sure. I would assume maybe the funeral's today, and so y'all pray for him, as it's gonna be a tough day for him. I know he's actually playing, I guess, one of his dad's favorite songs at the graveside service, which will not just be for his dad, but for his mom as well, who died many years ago. His dad will be buried right next to her, and so it's kind of for him, it's a major moment of closure for something. He's, because even to this day, and I'll tell you in full transparency, and he's not going to mind me telling you, but there's days that he struggles, 20 years later after the death of his mom, struggles with, thinking about her and gets emotional all this time later. And many of you guys know that. Many of y'all know how that is. So just pray for him today. He's in a good place though. He's staying strong, and I'm keeping in contact with him. Dre says, "Can you hook me up with that Express Oil coupon?" I don't know, man. That feels like I'm doing something illegal. If you can get with Richard DeCop, if y'all want to do some illegal coupon dealing, go that route. I don't know that I can do that. Plus, I mean, at the end of the day, Express Oil is my boys. I tell you what, if you go up there, this is how good Express Oil is. And I'm not guaranteeing anything because I haven't talked to him about this. But if you go up there and tell them, say, I heard there's a coupon for a discount on an oil change, they might hook you up. You never know. Just ask them. I think it's just for the month of April. And remember, if you get your oil change in the month of April, they're donating $1 to Children's Hospital for every oil change. I've been using Express, my whole life. Love them. Love them, love them. And the guys that I go to, I actually had to go twice yesterday, and the same guy did it both times, and he's just super nice. He was asking me about the radio stuff, and he was like, I want to come up there and get a tour. And I'm like, call us up, cuz. We'll get you a tour. Ain't no thing. David said Popeyes used to have the best ghost pepper wings. They were marinated, seasoned. Now they have just where they cook the wings and sprinkle some seasoning on the outside of them, and they're horrible. They have messed up the whole thing. And also, when they don't have the Cajun rice at these locations in Birmingham, the company that owns them has gotten away from the company that owns them has gotten away from it here in Birmingham. Yeah, I could see. I mean, they probably had some deal where people thought they were dying after they ate ghost pepper wings. So, but I don't know. Bubba says, late hey now from Clarissa. What the heck? Do better. Do better. She's probably just tied up. Drew says, back in our day, Andrew, the CK biscuits at Hardee's were the size of your head. Oh, the chicken biscuits. Yeah, they used to be good, man. Remember when restaurants used to give you a hearty helping of whatever you ordered? Those days are over. Like, I paid $10 for a chicken finger sandwich last night at Raising Cane's. And, you know, it was a decent size, but it wasn't, like, enormous. So, Tim says, I'm just joining for the first time this week. Praying for JB. I've lost my dad, so I know what it's like. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it, buddy. Express Oil always has discount oil change coupons. Go on their website, says Jeff. So check out their website for that. Richard the Cop's on the line. Richard, what's up, bub?
Exactly what I was calling to say. The first day of every month, they will have a $26 oil change coupon that's good for the whole month because I use mine at least twice a month.
And it's on the website?
And, it's expressoil.com. Just go on there and screenshot it because all they're going to need is the YSM code that shows on there. And make sure you tell them when they go to ring you up, and they'll do it every time.
Yeah,
they didn't give you no problem here, so did they?
No, they didn't even look at the coupon. They just said, what's the code? And I gave them the code, and I did it both times. Again, it was the same person, so I went up there with my car, and then after that, I took my wife's car, and I was like, can I use that coupon again? He's like, of course, and typed it in and knocked off $26.
Oh, yes. That's built-in return business right there, man.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's one of those things. I'll just stop in periodically and get my oil checked every other day by the people here, depending on what Express Oil I'm next to. And God, you could trip down and fall. They're like Dollar Generals and have your limbs touching three Express Oils anywhere you trip and fall.
Yeah. I was reminded that I need new tires that are going to run me about $950 for all four of them. So that was exciting.
Can give you a piece of advice?
Of course.
Discount 280's got better tire prices.
Discount 280. They put them on and everything.
Yeah, they're down there close to Target. Express Oil wanted 9 something for my last 4 tires I bought a couple of weeks ago, and I paid a little over $7 with the road hazard on all 4 tires for down discount.
I used to go to the little used tire shops where all the Mexicans work and, get used tires for like $40 a pop, but they only last so long. So
ask for Zachariah.
All right, I'll do that.
Yep.
All right, buddy.
Always praying for JB.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, man. Discount tires on 280. Zachariah, that's my boy right there. We're going to get it hooked up. And who knows? Discount Tire may be advertising with me soon. You never know. Tom in Bear City. What's up?
Bear City checking in for the day, cuz. Hey, let me tell y'all about Express Oil Change. I had a tire issue and I was at my dealership getting an oil change because I had those freebies for about 6 months,
Uh-huh.
And so you got a tire issue, about to have a blowout. And they said, we got to check to see if it's under warranty. Came back, sucker was $500.
Oof.
And I said, I couldn't get the warranty. I said, no, thank you. And guess who had it for half of that? I mean, $150, dude.
Who?
Express Oil Change.
Dang.
Yeah,
they're
man. I'm
good.
like, y'all lifting people off left and right, you mud suckers.
Well, and I obviously with mine, they said that they would have had to order my tires anyway. So I guess I got some sort of specialty tires or something. So that's why they're
Yeah,
so
that's what they
expensive.
said with mine too. I'm like, I ain't got time to wait, cuz I got to go. Bye.
Yeah, no
And
doubt.
I went on straight. I called Express Oil Change as soon as I left the dealership. They said, we got one in stock. I said, I'm heading your way. See ya.
See you, cool. Well, cool, man.
Express Oil, they do a lot of stuff, man.
Right
So,
on.
all right, cuzzy.
All
There.
right. See you, buddy.
Roll Tide.
No, not that. Not Roll Tide. I gotta take a break, but let me squeeze in one more. Let me get Daniel. Daniel, what's up?
Andrew, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, man.
Hey, if you got a Sam's membership, that is bar none the cheapest tires that you can buy. I've shopped at Pet Boys. I've shopped at Express, Tire Discount. I've shopped at all of them. And whenever you buy your tires from them, they automatically give you like a AAA service. So anything, any punctures, all that kind of stuff, they will fix it. They'll tow your vehicle a certain mileage. And when you get ready to buy your next set of tires, they give you a trade-in value for your tires for your next set of tires.
Oh, wow.
So I buy every vehicle I own. I buy all my tires at Sam's now.
Interesting. I actually canceled my Sam's membership, but that does make me. I mean, I can just buy another one, but I could. I guess I need to check with Costco as well. I don't know what their tire deal is, but because I got an
Possibly.
executive
I
membership
don't have
there.
a Costco membership, but I've definitely got a Sam's. Meet me in the parking lot, Cuzzy. I'll take you in there.
There you go. All right, buddy. Thanks, Daniel.
All right, appreciate it.
Daniel's gonna sneak me into Sam's. That's right, yeah, buddy. All right, 205-545-9950, way behind. Lots to get to. I know I'm talking about myself for 45 minutes, but I'm going to get to the news, I promise, right after this. 205-545-9950. My boy TJ says Work Trucks does tires. And I'm going to tell you right now, Work Trucks is absolutely the best. I don't care what anybody says, and this is not a paid endorsement. I'm doing this for free. Work Trucks is number one. I love Work Trucks, man. Steven and everybody else down there, dude, just the best. They've helped me out in the past. I mean, I had them one time, and I don't know that this is a service that they provide, but they just did it as a friend. I blew out a tire on the side of the interstate, and I didn't want to get run over, so they sent one of their guys out there to help me throw a tire on there because I was in a hurry. I was on the way to a podcast, and there I was stuck on the side of the interstate, and he's like, "I got you, bro." Sent somebody down there and got me hooked up, man. So if y'all ever need something Work Trucks related, y'all get on down to Work Trucks, baby. You hear Leland talking about them all the time. I love them. Eastern Tire in Center Point has really good tire prices, says Donald. Is that one of the used tire places? I'll tell you where I used to go all the time. There's one place I used to go. Where was it? Well, the place that I had most recently gone over the past few years was, I think it's just called Good Used Tires over in Eastlake. Like, if you get off that Eastlake exit coming down 20 right before Dead Man's Curve, you get off that exit, you go straight, you hit the main highway there, and the one that takes you to Roebuck is that big 2-story green building. Yeah, I bought a lot of tires from those guys, and they've always worked out. I mean, they're used tires. They ain't going to last you too long. It's not necessarily a great investment, but if you're in a jam and you want a tire for, $45, they'll hook you up. Scott says, I get tires from Dallas Tires, $50 pull-offs with limited warranty. Ain't bad. We're doing a tire show today. Somebody tell Jim Moore he can take this Saturday off because I got Shop Talk covered. I got it covered, baby. Also, Dixon can take tomorrow off, too, because we're talking about food. Cherry says a really good Mexican restaurant is Munoz in Trustville on Highway 11 by Publix. They're better than El Cazador, as I have eaten at both. How dare you, Cherry? How dare you? Nah, I bet they're good. A couple people saying they're buying tires from Amazon. Well, that's interesting. Anyway, seriously, I'm going to stop talking about myself. Hour number 2, up next.